Lucky Boys Podcast.
Like you get taken down.
You can't be kicking that wide and spinning.
No, they'll grip your leg. They'll grab your leg, and guess what?
You will get caught.
You get caught, and then they twist and break your leg, and game over. 90% of fights end up in the streets, not our streets, but the streets in general, K-Town, wherever you see a random fight. They get floored in a minute, and then you're just ground and pound.
And it's not about, like, a lot of people, like, what I see in street fights or the streets or like, whatever fights that I've been in.
Yeah.
You know, versus, like, when you're fighting someone that's trained versus someone that's not trained, even if they're strong, doesn't mean shit.
No, it doesn't.
If they, you know, a lot of people, they swing wide. They have a terrible guard.
They don't have proper form, which you need to be trained on.
Like, so if they hit, it's like, yeah, they connect, but it's
not as bad or efficient as it could be.
Yeah, it's not doing that much damage to you. Whereas if you know what you're doing, you have certain leverage, or you move your feet a certain way, and, or you don't go too wide, you know, you have your guard right, and you just, you know, or even if you're in a street fight, if you see a pattern, right away, if it's a good one-on-one, man, you can set traps, and you know, it's fun.
You speak from experience.
It's fun, man. It's fun, but yeah, I mean, that's what a lot of people don't get. Is just like, don't, like, I wouldn't fuck with someone that's like, if I didn't play basketball. Yeah. And I just saw some videos and you know, people talking all this stuff.
You're gonna step in and you'd be like, I'm gonna dunk on your ass right now.
Yeah, I see some shit on Hoop Life and you know, like, oh, B-Ball's Life, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I could do that. And I step on a court with somebody that knows how to play, even though if he's not a professional, but he just got game. Yeah. I'm gonna get embarrassed. Yeah, he's gonna make me. Same thing with a trained fighter. A trained fighter that's training every fucking day, and they know what the fuck they doing, and you trying to go one-on-one with them. That is
it's not a smart move.
It's not. But
you know how many videos I've seen of or even in real life when I'm out hanging out, like,
and some random guy gets taken down. But here's the thing:
some big dude thinking he just because he got muscles, just because he go to the gym, lift weights, and I see this little Vietnamese dude, but he knows how to fight. He's trained, and he just boom.
But you can tell, like, if he's a fighter or not by his stance, his positioning.
You usually can, but
it's too late.
It's too late.
You're already engaged, and then it's the ego thing. If you're a freaking 6'5" giant, like, buff dude,
right? Yeah.
And you have that small Viet dude, like Will was saying, call you out, and you guys are really gonna duke it out.
Get down,
Once he's like flexing and like getting ready to fight you, you're like, shit.
Once you think about it, he's very balanced. He's not.
But it's too late. What are you gonna do? He's either gonna kick you. You just got knocked out by a little guy, or it's
just
like,
run away.
Are you gonna back out?
Run away, dude.
You're a 6'5" big
run away.
Guy.
But sometimes
you're engaged.
But I think I saw a video, like a video of this guy working at a gas station. And some guy would try to rob the gas station. But then he squared up. And you could tell, like, he's a fighter. And I'm like, okay, this guy's going to get messed up right now because he just squared up, like, positioning himself. He got his hands blocking his face. He's ready. And the other guy, he's going like this, like, just arms low to his body. Like, he doesn't know how to fight. And he's about to get, whooped. Right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think I can't always tell because I've seen some people square up game, especially in the hood. Like, it looked kind of good. You know, and I'm like, what's up, boy? Like, you know, and then,
but I don't know. That's like what I think that's really what they say.
The initial, you're like, oh man, that's a good. But you really get to test their game, like how they defend, how they strike,
how they move. Like,
within 10 seconds of a fight, you'll know, like, all right, maybe he has a
even shorter because a fight could take only 10 seconds.
Probably,
yeah. Oh, definitely. Most street fights don't last that long.
Look, it's such a freaking ego thing in the streets, like with these big guys trying to prove themselves. But here's another thing: well-trained fighters, really, 90% of the time, they're the nice guy. Like, yeah, so what? They train so much. We get so tired of it. I don't want to fight you. So when people are like, oh, you train Muay Thai, it's like, oh, so I don't want to fuck with you. I'm like, all right. I hear this like every other day. I work at a corporate bank, and the first thing they told me when I just came back from my tournament was like, oh, how'd you do, whatever else. And somebody chimes in and came in, and he was like, oh, you do Muay Thai? I was like, yeah, I just train it on the side. He was like, oh, I don't want to mess with you. I'm like, okay. So here's that one thing. He was like, so how much you make? I'm like, what? He was like, oh, you're like a professional fighter and stuff. I'm like, dude, you have this whole connotation of me, and you act like I'm going to jump at you right now because you're annoying me, and I'm just going to kick your head off.
And it's funny, it's like when someone sees it, they start squaring you up.
Yeah, like, and sometimes they try to fuck around, and I'm just like, I'm just tired of this,
you're
man.
Just like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you know, but it's true. Like, I think the most dangerous people are the quiet ones.
Yeah.
The most dangerous people, the most unassuming. I think the loud people that's always like talking.
But if you're also a giant, you know, sometimes they're like just too brolic, they'll truck you down.
Most of the time, like I've seen, they ain't really. But it's the ones that are like just real. You can see the danger in their eyes sometimes. You know, like you just sense it, their energy. Like, yeah, I'm not fucking with that dude. Like, you know, unless I really want it. But you know, it's like
you better be ready to see what comes at you, man.
You better be ready, man. You never know these days because there's there's women that are like fucking that could take you down.
There's so many videos of like random guy gets messed up by former UFC fighter and stuff like that.
I've seen that video where some dude was messing with like a UFC fighter.
Yeah,
and she just wrecked him. She slept him like in like 5 seconds. She slept him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was like, that's what I'm saying. You never know, man. Like they know where to hit to put you to sleep. They know the sleep button.
Yeah.
You know, they'll power your ass off. Like you don't want that.
Fighters and another thing I learned was acupuncturists, man. Sports PT acupuncturists, they know where to hit you.
Oh.
So throughout my whole training thing, I met another guy through my trainer. His name is Lou. He works sports PT. He's a big dude. He's like 6'2", 6'3", and he's a hefty dude too. But I didn't know sports PT was so painful. Mm-hmm. Literally, I'll be cursing up a storm. Like, literally, he'll just be touching a certain muscle, and he's like, oh, you're stiff here. We're going to break this down. So he broke down my muscle. I used to go to him every other week.
That hurts so good.
It hurts so good afterwards. But you think about this. He's in a street fight.
So
he doesn't have any fighting experience, but he knows where to, like, just touch you and then just start making you scream.
Yeah. That's what she's... No, but...
in the good way or the bad way. Your choice, bro.